A year ago next week, Whakaari White Island erupted, resulting in horrific injury and trauma to the 47 people on the island, 22 of whom lost their lives. This deeply tragic event was unexpected, but that does not mean it was unforeseeable. The victims, both workers and visitors alike, all had a reasonable expectation that they could go to the island knowing that those organisations involved had done all they were required to do to look after their health and safety. But had they? That's the question WorkSafe was mandated to investigate. After the largest and most complex investigation WorkSafe has ever undertaken, we have concluded that 13 parties did not meet their obligations and should face charges in court. Today, my team has filed charges in Auckland District Council against 10 organisations and 3 individuals under the Health and Safety at Work Act. The 10 organisations are each charged that they failed to do what was reasonably practicable to ensure the health and safety of workers, and in this case, visitors. If convicted, these organisations could each face a maximum fine of $1.5 million. The 3 individuals each face a single charge that as officers of the company, they failed to exercise due diligence in ensuring that the organisation was meeting its health and safety obligations. If convicted, these individuals could each face a maximum fine of $300,000. I want to be really clear that our investigation did not consider the rescue and recovery of victims after the eruption. And so on these matters, no enforcement action has been taken. I know it will be frustrating for the victims, for their families, for their friends, and for New Zealanders that I'm today unable to name the parties who have been charged. But I can't do this because under New Zealand law, each of those parties has the right to seek name suppression in their first appearance in court. We will also not be releasing our investigation report. That report will be central to legal proceedings now in front of the court. WorkSafe must and will ensure that we respect the fairness and the importance and the integrity of the legal process for justice and accountability. We've been advised that the first hearing is scheduled for the 15th of December in Auckland District Court. Despite these restrictions, it's my hope that those connected with this terrible tragedy will take some comfort from knowing that those who we consider did not meet their obligations will have to account for their actions or inactions in court. Before I open up for questions, there are a few broader comments I'd like to make. In the last decade, there have been significant improvements in the approach and outcomes for health and safety in New Zealand, but there is much, much more still to do. Today, I'm asking every business and every worker across New Zealand to make improvements to the way your work is done. It is only by improving the way we do our work will we avoid another tragedy of this magnitude. It would be an appropriate legacy for the 22 people who lost their lives on Whakaari if we could make this happen.